Hello, we've made another day. I just thought I'd come on here today. I kind of woke up feeling a little bit blah, and I just wanted to, after sort of thinking about it and philosophizing, if that's even a word, how I'm feeling or why I'm feeling, and those sort of questions that we've got the space and the time now to ask ourselves. I couldn't really put a finger on it. And it's like, I've actually felt really good for so long. Maybe it's just a day where, the dust is settled, or I don't know, you've got to have the ups and you've got to have the downs. And maybe today is just a downtime for me. And so I wanted to come on here to say that it's normal. We can't all be happy-go-lucky all the time. Even the most positive people need to kind of recalibrate. And it's not about pushing, in my instance right now, for me, I feel like it's not a matter of pushing through it and think positive thoughts all the time and, we can do this and blah, 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 because deep down I know that we can. For me right now, it's just about honouring how I'm feeling. I don't necessarily have to understand it or pinpoint as to why I'm feeling a little bit blah today. But just acknowledging that and just sitting with it and just, watching that you don't delve into the depths of despair and all that sort of thing. Be the witness. Be the witness to what you're feeling. And, sort of sat there this morning and felt into my gut area. There are sort of 3 areas that I sit with, to determine what's going on in my inner world. One of them is my gut area, where I just sit and feel into it. Or, if you're not a feeler like I am, just see, sense or know what's going on for you there and acknowledge that. Honour it and be the witness to it with no judgment, with no expectation, just being the witness. What was going on? Does it feel expanded, or does it feel contracted or tight, or does it look kind of black or pink or whatever? And so for me this morning, it was feeling a little bit constricted. Using the breath, because one, it's an accessible thing that we have all the time, and it just does amazing things for our nervous system. I use the breath just to breathe some love into that area, just to breathe, just that feeling of safety. The gut area is kind of, where we feel our emotions, where we feel our personal power. And for me at this time, I'm feeling fucking useless, to be perfectly honest. And luckily at the moment I've got the kids, so I've got that kind of distraction and whatnot. I'm glad I'm sort of feeling like this now. I was able just to kind of breathe some life into it, breathe some love into that area. Talk to the unconscious and just go, yep, you're safe, it's okay, because our mind can be so creative in these times and create some crazy ass things that are really not true. So bring yourself back to this moment. I just brought myself to the moment right now, sitting in the chair with the sun on my feet. It was really nice. So once that kind of area cleared a little bit for me, I just moved up to my heart space. Sat with that. Was it contracted? Was it, was it expanded? And for that moment, it did, it felt okay. But again, there's that sense of purpose. My business, I've had to just, shut down my business for the moment. So that's my income, right? So I've got to go past the fear and come into that place of just trust that I'm not doing this all by myself. We're all in a fucked up situation at the moment. And so, there's going to be a lot of understanding, hopefully, and respect for people's emotions and feelings and, you know, whatever's coming up for them. So, you know, not being able to service my clients is really hard because I am a service type. I do like to help people and, you know, make sure that they find what's going on for them and get them back on track and all that sort of stuff. So for me, you know, there was then that sense of urgency of getting my Control-Alt-Delete course up and going and getting that out there for people to have the option to come on board with me and you know, take a 12-week journey to recalibrate themselves in the time of change. So whatever that is for you. So, you know, after I sort of talked to my unconscious a little bit and gave it some loving and just, you know, gave myself some action steps that I can take that can hopefully, you know, stop that feeling of, holy shit. You know, I was able just to write down some stuff that I can do today that can make me, you know, feel like I've got a purpose and be productive and take some action. So I breathed in some love and some care into that section until that kind of felt pretty good. And then I moved into my headspace, which especially in these times can really, you know, as I said before, it can really fuck with us or it can really, you know, support us. And it's really crucial at this time in the world that we take note of what our self-talk is to ourselves. Is it being helpful or is it, you know, helping us spiral? And, you know, what is true in this actual moment, right here, right now? What do you see? What do you touch? What do you smell? What do you taste? You know, it's very easy to go along the storyline of the what ifs and, oh my God, if that happened, this is what's going to happen. And then, oh my God, I'm going to die. You know, it can spiral quickly, real fast, real quick. I know, I've been it, I've done it. And so the awareness of this will help you a lot. And if you can journal, you know, if you notice yourself repeating the same thing sort of 3 times, take note of that and you know, put a spin on it. And what's the opposite of that? What's something that you can do? You know, whether it's just, you know, I'm no good or whatever, you know, then start to think about, okay, well, is this true? Is this really true? If I spoke to my friends and family, would they believe that? So, you know, ask for their help and support, you know, let them know that you're struggling for today or this week or whatever, and reach out. Sometimes it's just a matter of having someone else's point of view because you're so in your own head with your own crazy ass stories. You know, find out what the truth is from someone else that you trust and love. So yeah, you know, my mind was racing in 1,000 different directions, and it felt contracted. It felt overwhelmed because I know that I've got so much that I want to do and want to achieve. And, you know, the weeks that I do have the kids, I do tend to sort of slow down a little bit. So, you know, then I was thinking, oh, fuck, you know, I've got the kids. I can't do that because, you know, they're going to need me or they might be noisy or whatever. So I wrote down a list. A list, people, is marvelous tool. I wrote down the things that I want to do that, you know, when I have the time, when I've got the headspace and, you know, that I will be able to do it. And so it's about now, for me, preparing for those things so that when I've got the time to shoot those videos or whatever, I know exactly what I'm going to do rather than then spending a couple of days trying to format it. I'm doing that in this time. So, you know, again, I just breathed some beautiful, clear air. I'm outside. I've had to go for a walk today just around the block, just for a change of scenery because I was kind of feeling a little bit cabin feverish. My ears are blocked as well, so I'm kind of feeling a bit woo. So I just wanted to ground myself. So yeah, just, you know, really wanted to clear that headspace, really, you know, clarify for myself what is real, what can I do right now, bring it back to right now. But, you know, still honor those feelings of overwhelm and even label them. You know, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling, you know, claustrophobic, I'm feeling, you know, overwhelmed. Sometimes our little subconscious just needs some acknowledgement, and treat it like a 2-year-old and go, yep, I acknowledge you, I get it, it's okay. And just, you know, to bring it back to the now and nurture that space, you know, give it the space to breathe and calm down, and give it food, healthy food for thought and healing. So that was been my busy head fucking morning. But, you know, it is what it is. And you know, it is, you know, having those tools to be able to go, okay, cool, this is what I can do about it right now. One, it's not the end of the world. Like, I use my catastrophe scale, you know, 10 being, you know, World War III, you know, and number 1 being, you know, I was late for, I don't know, work or something that's non-consequential. So yeah, my catastrophe scale right here, right now, in my little world, you know, it really didn't, it probably measured, I don't know, probably at the beginning it measured about a 7 or an 8, but after I just, you know, was witness to myself and observed myself, then I was able to bring that down to, you know, like a 5. And, you know, and I suppose everyone is in the same boat, and this is why I'd like to, you know, hopefully create a little Zoom party on Tuesdays to be able to do some exercises where we are just a witness. We don't have the expectation. We lose the judgment on ourselves, and just, you know, have a little check-in as to, you know, what's going on for you right now. You know, yesterday I was feeling quite good, and it's funny that you can just overnight wake up and just go, oh, what the fuck is going on? This is shit, and I hate this, and, you know, I want my life to go back to normal, whatever that was beforehand, but then do I really? Like, you know, who knows what's going to be around the corner. But I do miss my clients, and I do miss being able to service them and help them, you know, go through this mental frustration, which, you know, then can turn into a physical frustration and spiritual and emotional, and we all end up in a heap. So I miss that. I miss being able to keep my clients on track and just, you know, checking in. So, you know, Tuesdays, if anyone's willing and able, I will put up a little a Zoom link on Tuesdays, and come and join me and just check in, even if it's just like, it's not going to be long, it's just like a half hour. Hey, how you going? You're okay. And if you're not, then we can work through this, you know. So yeah, let me know how you're all going. Hi to everyone. Thanks so much for coming on. Hey, Leslie, Cherie. I know Nick was on here before, and Jan. Hey. Sorry, I hate saying hi in between and interrupting what I'm saying, because then I lose my train of thought and go off down another rabbit hole. I'm with you, lovey. I know. Yeah, I know, Leslie. So yeah, look, you know, and these FaceTime things are really good. So, you know, get on your own page and FaceTime. It's like a little journal entry, and, you know, it's just a nice little way just to get the feelings that are being bottled up inside you to kind of come out. Because, you know, even if I'm feeling shit, it's not about, as I said earlier, it's not about me pushing down and going, nah, it's okay, I'm positive, everything's good here. Because, you know, we're human. We've got the human emotions, and we've got to take the good with the bad, whether you like it or not, because you can't have one without the other. You know, it's if you bottle down all the so-called negative aspects of the self, they're just going to rear in a very horrible and probably unhealthy way to someone very unsuspecting, and it's just no good for us, you know, as human beings. So I'm sitting here, just this beautiful green grassy place, which is awesome. So yeah, just take some time if you're feeling something. Just check in with those 3 spots. Check in with your gut and be honest. What are you feeling? And it's okay if you're feeling like crap. Just name it and shame it. And then your heart space, name it and shame it, or embrace it. There's good stuff that can be in there too, of course. And then your head space as well. So get outside, even if it's, my backyard's pokey, so that's why I thought I'd come to the park, and there's no one here. Just change the scenery, change your state, open up all the windows and doors in your house and get the air moving, get the stagnant energy moving, change your bed sheets, have some beautiful oil smells happening, or a scented candle or something. Panic, anxiety and stress. Is that what you're feeling now, Leslie? Yeah, well, it's very common, and they usually all do bundle up together, which is great, isn't it? Breathe, do your breathing exercises, and what is real for you right now. And I'm in a situation where I don't have an income, and I'm living off, $400 a fortnight, and I can totally go into stress, panic and anxiety with that. But at the end of the day, what have I done about it? I have done action steps towards, bettering my situation at the moment, because of my loss of income. And so at the end of the day, you sit and I go, okay, well, I've done everything that I possibly can at the moment, and there are wheels in motion. So it's not like I can't do anything else. It's just persevering and just going, okay, what's my next step? From this moment, right here, right now, with the tools that I've got, what is my next step forward? And it doesn't have to be a massive step to be able to, get you to the outcome straight away. It's about looking at the little tiny steps that help you get to that outcome, and make sure you've got an outcome in mind. Whether it's even a feeling, you might just have that feeling of, I just want to feel grounded or at peace or safe or whatever that is. And once you kind of identify that, you can take those baby steps and those action steps towards those things. And if you have no idea how, because you're in an anxiety fog, that's when you reach out and just go, oh my God, just help me, just do something. And it could just be, sometimes motivation comes from action. Well, a lot of the time motivation comes from action. And it might just be that you need to, clean the house. Something really mundane. But yeah, reach out, Leslie. I'm here. It's baby steps, definitely baby steps, because, to get to where we want to get to, we need all the experiences and the lessons that we gain from the experiences to deal with where we're going. If you jump straight to where you're going, then you might go there and go, oh, I don't have the right tools. So just think of it as, it is part of the experience that you need to enjoy where you're going, if that makes sense. All right. So yes, thank you. It's been my therapy for today. And I look forward to touching base with you soon. And reach out, leave a help me message if you need to, and keep an eye out on some Zoom links. To have a Tuesday morning check-in, just to see where you're at and just to reset. So, all right, have a great day. And love you lots, sending you, lots of love, cuddles, all that sort of stuff, support. So I will check in with you soon. All right, bye for now.